The story of Chloe Reynolds is one that gripped a nation and changed the landscape of true crime, reality television, and survivor advocacy. On June 15, 2023, Chloe stood at the altar beside Chase Vance, her heart brimming with hope and the promise of new beginnings. 8 million viewers tuned in to witness what was marketed as the ultimate love story, a 2-hour live reality show special, complete with all the glitz and glamour that network television could muster. But beneath the surface of vows and celebration, a sinister plan was unfolding, one that would expose a predator hiding in plain sight and spark reforms that continue to shape justice for victims today. Chloe's journey began as so many do, with loss and the search for healing. 6 months before meeting Chase, she had buried her fiancé, whose life was claimed in a tragic accident. Chase, an Emmy-winning producer with a talent for orchestrating romance on screen, seemed to offer solace and understanding. His words, "You deserve magic after your pain," mirrored the scripts he'd crafted for countless contestants on his show. But for Chloe, the line between reality and performance blurred in ways she could never have anticipated. Off camera, Chase was a master manipulator. He preyed on vulnerable women, widows, divorcees, survivors of illness, crafting elaborate narratives to isolate, control, and ultimately erase them when they threatened his carefully constructed facade. Chloe was not his first bride. Before her, there had been Lena, a compassionate nurse whose charity work in Kenya ended with her mysterious disappearance in 2020. Maya, an artist whose gallery became the site of her vanishing in 2021 after Chase's so-called investment, and Nadia, a teacher who filed for divorce, only to vanish mid-hearing in 2022. Each woman was reported missing by Chase himself, their cases marked by suspicious circumstances and a chilling lack of resolution. The clues that unraveled Chase's crimes weren't hidden in the shadows. They were sewn into the fabric of Chloe's new life. The day before her wedding, she found an emergency contact list with 3 names: Lena, Maya, Nadia. All bore the same phone number, her own. When Chloe confronted Chase, he brushed it off with a smirk, calling them backup brides, a term that would later become a red flag for investigators and advocates alike. During the ceremony, Chloe noticed something odd about Chase's tuxedo pocket, a bulge that didn't belong. Later, alone in the bridal suite, she discovered a photograph. Nadia, one of Chase's missing wives, wearing a bracelet identical to Chloe's something blue, a piece Chase had sworn was custom-made for her. The realization sent chills down her spine. But the true horror lay beneath their mattress, where Chloe felt a hard lump sewn under the fabric. Inside, detectives would later find 3 wedding rings, each belonging to one of Chase's vanished brides. The rings were wrapped in blood-stained lace, and the blood matched Nadia, proof that her disappearance was no accident. Chloe's smartwatch, a device meant for fitness tracking and reminders, became the linchpin of the case. As Chase attempted to chloroform her, believing she would go quietly and allow him to stage her disappearance on live television, Chloe's smartwatch was recording his every word. At 2:17 a.m., Chase made his fatal mistake, confessing to the murders and detailing his plan to make Chloe the next mystery bride. The network had promised him a $200,000 bonus if Chloe disappeared during the bro. He married me on live TV, then tried to make me vanish. True crime documentary, The Producer Killer. Thank you for subscribing to our channel.